What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones, the card game, 2nd edition video. This time we're in Massacre at Hardhome's 3rd round, 2nd match of the 3rd round. And on the left we have Shafeen. On the right we have Adam. Adam is playing Martell the Kraken, and Shafeen is playing a Baratheon Fealty. We've seen him in at least one other video in this series. I'm not sure if we've seen Adam yet.
Iron Mines, Rose
But the setups are a Palace Spearman, Gashed in Grey, Iron Mines, and a Rose Road. So lots of locations on the Martell side. He's getting already started with saves, economy, and trouble for his opponent with the Gashed in Grey. And on the other side we got Shireen Baratheon, we got Renly Baratheon, and a Dragonstone Port. So in the last match we saw Shafeen basically playing the Bear Dominance package. He's got Dominance Mel and Dominance Stannis, and other Dominance characters like Edric Storm. He's got Chamber of the Pain Table going, so it's that kind of Bear Fealty deck. Not Corset Mel with all the crazy Neil, but still a little bit of Neil was sprinkled in there last game to help with Dominance, of course, and helping him win challenges.
Okay. You can go first. Yeah.
And one card I think Adam is running. I remember playing Adam that day. I don't know if we've already done a voiceover of his video yet in this series, but I believe he's playing Duel. So we got to watch out for getting some big Barra characters on board. We already have 1/6 coster, but that Duel should hit pretty hard against this Barra deck, I would think. So Late Summer Feast on one side into trading with Matoshi, so they're both going with their ginormous econ plots here, but the Martell deck comes out on top with econ for sure, getting that 3 extra gold from trading. But the Barrack player can maximize his card draw here by losing some challenges, but Martell deck is all about losing challenges, so they might not care about Late Summer Feast that much. So since the Bear player won initiative, he's chosen the Martell player to go first, it looks like here, since the Martell player has collected his gold already. So what is he trying to get out here that he's played 9 gold? Just looking to flood characters? Was he thinking his opponent would march his 1 character away and he'd have to recover from that? Arion Martell is a good choice, helping jump in Palace Spearman and other characters. And, oh, Nymeria already to start. Wow. Little bastard daughter to boot. And another Iron Mines. Wow. So great start here for the Martell player. Getting some saves in there to keep Nymeria and Arion around in case some shenanigans happen. And seeing Nymeria right off the start here is going to be trouble for the Bear player, I'm sure. And unless Arion is milked or nightmares during the challenge phase, she will be trouble, I'm sure, against a Neil deck, bouncing in characters that are standing after characters are knelt. So we got a dupe for Shireen. And Shafeen's going to read Arion Martell. I guess Martell is not popular where he's from, but Arion has been in Martell decks since day 1. One of the best Martell cards, in my opinion. Just gives so many options and so many unknowns for your opponent. When she's on the board and able to bounce, anything could happen.
Mel or Bob? Or Stan? Mel.
Alright, we got Dominance Mel out there who's going to look to, if Dominance is 1, she's going to dig through her opponent's hand, get to look at all the cards and throw 1 into the discard pile, and if it's a character, it's dead. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's how she works. I did play with her in the Michigan Regional Friday night casual tournament. I brought down a Bear Fealty Dominance deck similar to this to have some fun with new Mel, because she's definitely a very cool effect. We all know his Viper's Eyes and Seen in Flames, how disgusting that is to get hand knowledge on your opponent and pluck out cards that make the most impact. But when Mel is doing it in a character body, and she's 6 strength with intrigue and power. That's huge character, just that alone. But her ability is great too. So we got a Fiery Followers out there now too. And Spears of the Merlin King, I think, was played down there in the bottom. That is basically the save to send a character back to hand instead of dying in Barra. So it's kind of like a half save. You have to replay the character out, which kind of sucks, and they lose power on them or attachments, but still better than your character hitting the dead pile, I guess.
I have no actions.
Yep. Alright.
So I guess we're on to challenges here. We got 1 gold saved, I think, on the bear side, it looks like. Nothing on the Martell side.
You're like, oh, bitch.
So we got a military with a pile of spearmen, 4 strength. I'm sure Shafeen does not care and will probably just lose a challenge, kill a dupe off of Shireen, and he'll still lose a challenge, get to draw a card. So, I mean, if the Martell player is going to try to do challenges on his phase, and you might as well take advantage of Late Summer Feast and get the cards off that forced reaction. As long as you can handle the claim. But I mean, in trade claim, whatever. I mean, if you lose a card, you're going to gain a card. I mean, if you're worried about losing like the, the silver bullet sitting in your hand, that's a problem. But just get more cards. Hey, why not?
Okay.
So it looks like it's fully blocked here. He does not want to lose that military challenge.
Take.
And Nymeria is gonna go at the characters who are left standing and steal an intrigue icon off of Melisandre. We should have an unopposed intrigue here.
Technically. She gets 1, 2.
No.
Sand snake. It's all sand snakes.
And yeah, of course, an intrigue icon is gained by the bastard daughter, since all sand snakes get the icon that Nymeria steals.
Doesn't look like I can do anything unless it's an unopposed.
So unopposed, obviously, and takes a power for that.
Oh, right. Actually.
Oh, yeah. You can't draw. Yep.
Oh, they just remembered the force reaction. So he draws a card. Now he shuffles up his hand. And they're going to do intrigue claim because that does make a huge difference.
Okay.
And it's Moon Boy.
And I will.
And the Martell player, Adam, passes challenges since there's no power to steal and doesn't want to leave himself open to just lose a power challenge back. So, which he probably will lose anyway since he only has 4 strength on the board. But Arion, sorry, could go back to hand, and we could have Arahota jumping in and knocking someone out of a challenge. So that's always a possibility with Nymeria on the board.
Need the money.
And then again with Gaston Grey, that's kind of probably scaring him from Shafeen from using Mel at all. Looks like he's debating the 1 strength power challenge here with Shireen. And it'll just get fully blocked here by Arion Martell. And that's all the challenges he can do with what's on the board. He has a Nightmares in hand. He does have a gold, but oh, he's got to remember that. He remembered the force reaction. Just drew another Spears of the Merlin King there. Looks like, unless he shuffled his hand around, but it looks like that's the card he just put in his hand. Could be wrong, but either way, he got an extra card out of Late Summer Feast there. Oh, we see a second Gaston Grey in the hand of Adam there. Sometimes I like to just run into it, make my opponent use it, hoping he doesn't see another one. Because, I mean, some Martell decks, run 1 or 2, maybe 3, but you hope they just don't see another one anytime soon. But he has 2 already, so as soon as one goes away, another one will come right back.
Okay.
So that can get pretty expensive when you're repaying 7 costers back out on the board each round.
Yep. And then you win.
So dominance goes to the bear player, of course. He's going to look in his opponent's hand. Now he sees that second Gaston Grey, sees 2 Nightmares, hands Judgment, newly made Lord. I say you take the character, to be honest, but the Gaston Grey can be annoying too. Yeah, he takes the newly made Lord. Doesn't want to lose his Spears of the Merlin King.
Didn't want to lose the.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's all. Hit the dome. Those control cards. I have to discard one. So.
I think they're discarding for taxation here. Both playing very low reserve plots here to start, but I guess the Martell player is now under it since Mel just chucked a card out of hand. He's in reserve. He only had 5 cards, but the bear player has to chuck cards to get down to his 5 reserve.
Okay.
5. Let's box again. Ready?
Yep.
So we have counting coppers into duel. Here's that duel I was talking about. That's going to be dirty. So Renly's most likely going to die and Mel's going to kneel. That's what I would think.
You can be first player.
So Bear player is first player due to the Martell player winning initiative and choosing him first.
Coppers real quick.
So he's going to draw 3 cards, obviously. Help him make his choice.
Alright, let me read duel. Kneel 1, kill another, right?
Yep.
I mean, doesn't Renly have that army trick?
And yeah, it's non-army characters, so both of them are legal targets.
Such a good card. It's frustrating. We only
Yeah, Mel gets knelt and Renly is dead.
Alright.
Let's draw some cards. 1, 2. Maybe first. So I'm
Yep.
gonna do 1, 2.
So only 2 gold to work with, and Dragonstone Port on the Bears side here for marshalling. Oh, he does have another Renly in hand. Oh, and a Mel. Tough choice. Yeah, it looks like he drew into a Renly dupe and had to kill him. But also had a Mel dupe, so obviously you have to make that choice.
Not the cards I'm looking for.
But I know from a previous game, he is playing at least 1 close call. And might be playing 2, actually, if I remember correctly. And so he might not be worried about killing Renly. You can just move him back to the discard pile and play him out in a future round. But it won't be this round. But yeah, I'm sure playing Counting Coppers here, he did not expect to be hit with duel. He thought he had a great board, and just playing Counting Coppers, wasn't worried about adding to it, but probably didn't expect one of his 6 costers to die there, and his other 7 coster knelt going into the challenge phase shortly, but I think he needs to get another body out on the board. Right now, Nymeria is stealing Icon and leaving him pretty open. At least he has dupes to handle the losing the military challenges, but he'll lose an intrigue challenge and a power challenge by the looks of it. But no power on his house card right now. Oh yeah, sorry, it's on fealty. That's confusing. So Edric Storm is put out there. He's going to help with the winning dominance to try to get Mel's ability to keep triggering. Assuming he's not killed.
That might be 6.
So over to the Martells for marshalling.
I'm not gonna marshal anything.
So Martell player not playing anything and saving 5 gold. Sounds like either he didn't draw into any characters, or he's sitting on Arrowhota, or he's probably expecting a Valor coming soon. Or he has other plans. Or he's got Vengeance for Ely in hand, or a couple of them, and he's going to make his opponent eat some claim.
Go challenges, pre-challenge actions.
Thinking about it?
So there's still 1 gold left on the bear side, and I know he plays that Kneel event, the 1 gold one from the core set, to kneel a 4 cost or 4 strength or less character and give a power icon or power. I forget what that's called.
We'll attempt Nightmare.
So Nightmare's on Nymeria. Since he is the first player, he does have first actions in challenges before challenges. And we know a hand's judgment sitting in Adam's hand. And I'm sure he doesn't want to spend that 5th gold token there to go down to 4. But, I mean, he always has Arion to come out and play Hota. But he's going to hand judgment to cancel that Nightmares.
That's when you know you lose, unless you're playing the Viper deck.
Now, no gold on the bear side. And Nymeria is able to steal whatever challenge icon she wants.
Challenges do.
And also give it over to that bastard daughter like last round.
Power challenge?
So no icon stolen. So he's going to throw a power challenge of 1 strength with Shafeen. He probably just let it go unopposed, but I mean, he can fully defend it and still probably attack and do his challenges. So. And Arion will fully block.
Okay. Win that.
And that's it for challenges. He passes over to the Martell player.
We will start with.
So a military challenge with the Palace Spearman. 4 strength. The fire followers can block the unopposed, but when they go down, that'll leave it open for an unopposed intrigue challenge coming in. And most likely Nymeria wants to steal that power icon off of Edric Storm. Well, I guess she'd want to steal the intrigue icon so we can do the intrigue challenge, actually. So, blocks the unopposed with the fiery followers.
Claim?
Yep, claim.
Claim of 1. It's a dupe off of Shafeen.
I'm gonna go ahead and kill
Kill her.
Shafeen.
Okay.
Oh, he's not even going to save Shafeen. She's just going to die. And Nymeria's going to get knelt. And she's actually going to go back to hand from the Spears of the Merlin King. Wow. I don't think that's how it works.
We will take our challenge action. And
Is it? Guys, let me know in the comments below. Can you kill Shireen? Is Shireen after she's killed or when she dies? I don't know. Maybe she's killed. You can trigger her ability and then save her. But I think saves her first.
I know what you meant.
So she doesn't actually die.
With 1?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Guys, let us know in the comments below. It'd be good to know that one. If you can do that with Shireen, trigger her ability, then send her back to hand with the Merlin King. So we got a Tears on Edric Storm after the Intrigue Challenge won there by Nymeria. Even though she's knelt, she's still stealing that Intrigue icon, giving it to the Bastard Daughter. They're coming in on an unopposed Intrigue Challenge.
got coppers.
And, oh, Renly, the dead Renly is the discard for Intrigue Claim.
Okay. That's my challenges, so he
So,
dies.
end of challenge phase. Edric Storm's gone, so he can't do his ability in Dominance.
This is yours, but this stands.
I have 3.
So Dominance still is won by the Martell player, saving that gold smartly, even though the Fiery Follower stood. Still not enough to win Dominance, and no Melisandre trigger. So nicely played on Adam's part there, making sure he didn't lose Dominance.
And I am at 4.
Okay.
So Shireen's text is an interrupt. When Shireen Baratheon is killed, choose and kneel a character. I don't know if interrupts are first or the saves happen first. I know one of you guys out there knows. Just let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious, and I'm sure future watchers of this video will be curious too. I'm just trying to look up Spears of the Merlin King here while we wait for them to choose their plots. And it looks like first snow of winter into close call.
Close call. You want to go first.
So that's going to be trouble for the Barra player. He's going to lose that Fiery Followers back to hand, and is he going to have enough money? He does have enough money, but he's only going to be able to possibly play one other character. At least he has a dupe on Melisandre, so if he loses military claim, he can try to keep 2 characters on the board. But we know March to the Walls is a classic follow-up to First Snow of Winter, so it's going to hit someone big, I'm sure.
Okay. So 4 gold.
Oh, sorry. Spears of the Merlin King is also an interrupt. When a character you control is killed, sacrifice Spears of the Merlin King to return character to your hand instead of placing it in your dead pile. So it's not a save.
Kneel it.
And that's all.
Yeah, so I am looking on the rules FAQ business here about this card, Spears of the Merlin King. And it does say the affected character is not returned to your hand immediately upon resolution of this ability. Rather, it creates a replacement effect that modifies what happens as a player when they're killed. After all interrupts to a character's leaving play have resolved, the character is killed and returns to your hand instead of being placed in your dead pile. So if your opponent triggers Bastard Daughter or Sir Waymar Royce after you trigger Spears of the Merlin King, the affected character cannot be discarded from your hand because it's still in play. I don't know if that answers us, but I think since Shireen's an interrupt and this is an interrupt, you just kind of trigger both. So
How many cards you said?
that was a legal play, I believe, based on this both being interrupts.
5 cards.
Because yeah, sorry, I thought it was a save, but it's an interrupt. So my bad on that one. But yeah, I think that's right. But you guys let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong or right there. But I think Shafeen was cool in what he did there. That's a pretty neat little combo. Good to know those interactions. So it looks like a Dornish fiefdoms was played while I was looking that up there to get some gold. But it's only 1 gold. It got him two to play it. And then only produced 1 since the Martell player is going first.
Green.
And Shireen is played back, not realizing first snow was out there. So she'll go back to hand unless he's got a dupe. And of course, Adam is not telling his opponent, which I think is totally cool in a tournament, to not remind your opponent that you played first snow winner. So fiery followers, which will also go back to hand with first snow winner. Unless I'm blind and that's not first snow winner, but I do see a 3-5-1 there.
I was second, right?
Yep, you're second.
And Shafeen asks if he's second. Of course, Adam says, "Yep, you're second." So he kneels a house card to play Fealty. And he's going to play that event that I keep forgetting the name. Consolidation of Power. That's what it is. Consolidation of Power. Marshalling effect. 1 gold. Kneel a 4 strength character or less. And then you give it a power.
Nymeria. Okay. And she gets
And Shafeen, being a good guy there, reminding his opponent that they get a power. I know lots of bear players don't remind you about that part, but they're playing the event. They should make sure it gets on there. But of course, you don't expect them to go grab you out of your power pile to put it on there. But it's good of him to remind him. That's great play there. Very classy. Oh, what's that? A second one? Lots of 4 strengths across the board to choose from.
We're gonna do it on
I think the Palace Spearman,
Ariane.
but he's going for Ariane.
Won't be there long because she just
And she gets a power also, but it's funny on Ariane, yeah, because she's going to leave play, I'm sure, at some point and lose that power anyway.
challenges phase.
So first snow triggers off. All the 3 strength or 3 costs are left to go back to hand.
I was wondering why you were playing.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I gotta learn something.
And Shafeen realizes the mistake he made. Poor guy.
At least I knelt the right characters. I was
Yeah.
like thinking about kneeling.
Yeah.
Did he have something in hand he could have played, though? He has a 6 cost in hand. It looks like new Sir Davos is in there, and he could have played him out. And I think he has a dupe of him in hand. I think. It looks like the last 3 cards, 2 of them are the new Sir Davos. So that could be game breaking right there. He could have just lost the game by not paying attention to his opponent's plot. Ouch. Yeah, because he had enough to play him for sure. Without those consolidation of powers, but
Yeah, Nymeria, I'm going to take her.
so power icon stolen with Nymeria off of Melisandre.
Then I'll do the power.
And we got a power challenge coming in. Should be unopposed.
11? Yeah.
Not sure what he's thinking about here.
I have 6.
Unless you want.
He has no power icon. He has 1 gold. I mean, he does have nightmares in hand, I think, but Adam did get first action after that last challenge, so, or I guess first action before the challenge.
It's unopposed.
And no defenders.
But I am going to nightmares right now.
So Ariane gets nightmares. That makes sense. Stop her from bouncing back, adding another challenge coming at him here. And no power on the bear side, and now the Martell player is up to 7 power. So yeah, if he does have 6 costs or Davos in hand, and especially with a dupe, and he could have played him instead on the first snow turn, yeah, it'd be a much different game right now. But yeah, that could have been the nail in the coffin there for Shafeen.
Yep, kind of thought you would. It's not going to attack into that.
Yeah.
So Melisandre's not going to do anything here since Gaston Grey's on the board. I honestly would have rather played the Nightmares on the Gaston Grey and done a challenge with Melisandre, but she's going to do her own kind of intrigue challenge here, but targeted by going through the opponent's hand
Looks obvious. But
and checking out the cards. So we see Victoria on there, the 2 Nightmares are still there, Gaston Grey is still there, a Bastard Daughter, and Secret Schemes, the draw event for Martell.
I guess we'll get rid of it.
And Victorion is the choice.
Alright, then I have an action.
Yep.
Since Nightmares is only for the phase.
Oh.
So Ariane's going to jump out of play, bringing in a Bastard Daughter in the Dominance action window.
That into play.
Since it's just an action, it's not a challenge action.
That's it. So stand.
Pretty good.
And might be setting up something here. Getting Arion out of play for some reason. Maybe he's worried about the Valor hitting. But I think we're going to see a march to the wall here on the Martell side no matter what. And we do see a second close call in Shafeen's plot deck there, so I was right on that one earlier. Looks like he's got Feast for Crows, Confiscation. What else is he playing here? So march into Feast for Crows. Of course, Melisandre's gone with her dupe. Bastard Daughter's gone. So that's why I got Ariana to play, just to set up the march on the Bastard Daughter instead of the Palace Spearman, I guess. Makes sense. He has enough money to play Arion back out this turn. And the Martell player chooses the Baratheon player to go first, making his Dornish fiefdoms make him some more cash. Also putting pressure on his opponent to attack into Gash and Grey.
Do you have any first actions?
Let me see real quick.
So first action is a Dragonstone Port going down, and the Dornish fiefdom is an ult for the second action of the phase there. Adam doing it smart, since there's so much location hate that could happen in marshalling. It's just good, even against a Bear player who might not have anything that I can think of to deal with that 2 gold. It's always good to just get in that habit of, after your opponent does their action, you do your action to kneel your location that might get blown up somehow, or nightmares even, worst case. Oh, Sir Davos, there he is, with a dupe, 6 costs. I'm sure he would have loved to play him last round like I thought, but instead he played Fiery Followers and Edric Storm, I believe, and 2 Consolidations of Power. Not what you want to play on a first snow turn. So that is too bad. But, and it probably would have been Sir Davos getting marched instead of Melisandre. She still would have been on the board, I'm sure.
I never control this deck.
Never will say on this.
So you can hear the sighs in Shafeen's voice there. He's not impressed. Saves 2 gold. I don't know if Adam's running dual march, but yikes. Oh no. And Shafeen's got to be careful he doesn't walk into a Vengeance of Elia, throwing a military claim back at him, and then possibly losing a military challenge because Sir Davos could die there. So Secret Schemes played to draw some cards.
What?
Oh, Secret Schemes.
Oh, yep. Or 3. Yep.
Great card. Getting a dupe for Nymeria. So Adam has to start thinking, if he's got Valor in his deck, he's going to have to start thinking about it soon. He's got an Iron Mines. He's got the dupe for Nymeria now. So, I mean, if he can get that dupe off Sir Davos, and then whip a Valor down next turn, it shouldn't hurt him too much.
Nope. You have one?
I think I do.
I think you should steal the power icon with Nymeria off of Sir Davos. Try to force that military. Assuming you have a Vengeance for Elia, but I think he only has 1 gold saved anyway. So he's going to steal the military. So this way he'll lose a military challenge for sure and have to lose a dupe off Sir Davos. Makes sense. Yeah, he doesn't have. I think he only has 1 gold saved, so a Vengeance for Elia is not happening. And it looks like he's going to walk into that Gash and Grey, actually. So it's Adam's choice if he bounces him back or just gets rid of the dupe and Valor's next turn anyway, or another marched in his deck. We'll see, but I think to speed up the game, you just bounce him back, and or maybe not. Maybe you just, yeah. If you're gonna Valor next turn, that's, I guess, the choice. If you know you're gonna Valor, leave a character on the board, let him get killed.
Unopposed, and 1 for claim.
So he wins the power challenge unopposed, takes claim. Oh, it is Gash and Grey popped. It is popped and sends Sir Davos back to hand, and the dupe falls off, goes to the discard pile.
Cannot be saved. Right?
Yep, cannot be saved. Yep. Alright. So we will do military.
And military should go unopposed with Nymeria here.
We'll end it just to...
So he's going to do In the Name of the King, so the military challenge just fizzles. And we got a power challenge with the Palace Spearman. And an intrigue with Arion. So they both have a gold save, so it should stop Feast for Crows from getting triggered, which hopefully Adam hasn't forgotten about here. By doing all these challenges. And he grabs the Fiery Followers on claim.
And dominance a wash.
And a tie for Dom, so no Feast for Crows trigger.
I do have to.
So Martell players at 7 power, Bear players at 2. And it looks like the Martell player, after doing that Secret Schemes, has to chuck some cards there to his 5 reserve off of March to the Wall. So yeah, Bear player having a rough go here. I think that first snow turn might have sealed the deal. He's sitting here with an empty board. So definitely no Valor is going to be played this turn. Yeah, but doing that Gash and Gray definitely signals to you that he's not going to play Valor. Definitely not going to play March.
Ready? Yep.
Retaliation, that's the plot. So close call. On the other side, the second close call we've seen. Lots of dead characters. He might as well move one of his uniques to the discard so he can hopefully play it back out.
And draw 2 more.
I sniped your timing on turn 1, and you're like, wait, what?
No. Get 2 gold.
So Dornish Fiefdom's triggered to get 2 gold, obviously. Going second, Retaliation, forcing the Bear player to go first. But he's got his 3rd Dragonstone port, 5 gold to work with, and Fealty. Can he get something out there to prevent himself from losing that 2-claim military, which will rip his board apart again, I'm sure. But with Nymeria out there, that's going to be tough. So he finally sees his Chamber of the Painted Table. Is it enough to slow down the Martell player from winning here? Oh, he's got Shireen out there. That's fine. You'll just make him do those military challenge last, most likely, so that you don't have Shireen trigger and kneel a character.
I have 8 cards in my hand. I'm just going to do the same thing all over again. All for retaliation. So really, it's just like goes.
And Fiery Followers played out here.
Alright. I get 5 more.
So 7 gold to work with on the Martell side. It's a second Rose Road.
Like when I got here, I was like,
Let's see.
it's more fun, faster.
So by the looks of it, Shafeen's going to take a 2-claim military power and intrigue to the face this round. I don't know if he has a way to stop it. I'm sure you wish he saved the In the Name of the Kings for one of them for this round, I'm sure, with 2 claim. And we got a second Gash and Gray now played out, which we've seen in Adam's hand for a long time there. Every time Melisandre was looking.
I wouldn't do anything. I'd just say it's
Good challenge.
So pre-challenge actions, of course, Nymeria is going to trigger here. Steals a military from the Fiery Followers.
Take his military.
So I'll use the options on the Bear side to be either an intrigue or a power. And I feel he's going to lose the characters anyway, so might as well do the intrigue to claim or 2 strength. Arion fully blocks. And a power with Shireen for 1. And since there's 2 power sitting on the Bear player's house card already for 2 claim, he doesn't care to let the power challenge go. And the Knights of the Sun, since it's 3 plots are in the use pile at least, they get renown. So they're going to block the power on defense and gain a renown out of it, so might as well. Looks like Arion's going to do the bounce.
Yep.
And another Palace Spearman's out there, and they both have intrigue icons right now since Martell player's going second. So 2 claim intrigue coming in unopposed. And I think it puts him down to 1 card left in hand. Looks like it's Celeste Baratheon and a Great Hall.
Power.
And we got a power challenge, Palace Spearman, 4 strength, unopposed, claiming 2. So 12 power now on the Martell side, and then we got an unopposed military coming in. Should put him up to 13 power. Killing both characters, of course, and the Neil effect's not going to do anything.
And wash on Dom.
And dominance goes to no one. So no Chamber of the Painted Table stealing power.
I think I'm just gonna call it.
And that's it. Shafeen's just going to call it. He's not even going to go into the next plot phase. Doesn't want to draw and see what he gets. He's got one card in hand.
Yeah, my board was pretty rough.
Yeah, not playing Valor most likely to reset the board there. I'm sure there was some good opportune times he could have done it, especially when he had no characters on board, but yeah, that's too bad. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Congrats to Adam there on crushing Shafeen. Yeah, that first no turn, man. Ouch. But thanks to everyone who donates on patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. You just saw their names scroll by there. If you want to donate to the channel, you can do so by clicking the link in the description below. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And always hit that like button. Leave some comments below, guys. And yeah, thanks a lot to Brad Iyer for hosting us at the Hardhome of Massacre of Hardhome tournament. Sorry. So we got lots of more videos coming up from that tournament. So make sure you subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.